Welcome back, everybody, to MCW. Welcome back to the Federation. This is episode 17. As usual, I'm here with Les. I'm here with Bianca. And we got a great show for y'all today. We'll talk about the deadly Diddy doings at his verdict that was just released. We'll talk about the Subway Series. It's the rematch this year at Citi Field. We'll talk about the Malik Beasley scandal over on the NBA. The Knicks head coaching search has finally come to an end. We'll review Night of Champions over on the World Wrestling Entertainment and what's next for the WWE. And finally, we'll preview the Clipse' comeback album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, and Cardi B's sophomore upcoming album, Am I the Drama? All that and more. Y'all already know. It's the culture. Keep it locked.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap. We kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.
Alright, welcome back, everybody. As I said, this is MCW. This is the Never Seen 17 episode. Once again, got Les in the building.
Yo.
Got Bianca in the building.
Hey.
And let's get to it, man. The Diddy Verdict came out. I avoided talking about this. But now that everything is at its end, we should give it some talk, some opinions. Is anybody surprised by the verdict?
I think for the most part, I thought he would be more guilty of more charges. I know he was only guilty of 2 out of the 5 charges. And what I have discussed with other people is that like paying a lot of money to lawyers makes a difference. So I think he had a really good lawyer team because with the evidence that we have seen and heard, like, and we're not lawyers, we're not the judge, we're not the jury that was in this case, but it felt like he was more guilty of all charges. But like, thankfully he's guilty of 2 out of the 5, but like I think he's also could get bail and like he'll be out in 10 to 20 years if
Nah,
that's
judge
the
denied
case.
the bail.
Judge did
Oh,
not
okay.
do that.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, there could be a good behavior thing.
Yeah.
Kind of to your point, because
Or he could get pardoned.
oh yeah,
So
Oh
it
Lord,
don't
hopefully
even
not.
matter.
he gonna make a song like Donald Trump. Okay.
Yo, Trump, I love you.
He gonna do the Diddy Bop. What'd you think, Les? Because I'm with B. I thought he was gone for the rest of his life, especially with the vodka, the Ciroc people, and everything.
Facts.
So, what do you think?
I feel like he's a lucky man. It's all a spectacle to me.
That's
Like
fact.
at this point, him not being it remind me of the case in New Jack City with Nino Brown. Like it's like the perfect. And then at sentencing, me personally, I don't think he's getting more than like 2-3 years.
Right. There's a maximum of 10 per charge that he was found guilty on. Just to throw that out there.
So they'll give him 4, 2 for each count.
Yeah, there you go. So what you're saying is that when Diddy came to speak, he said like, "Oh, but I didn't make the baby oil. They made the baby oil and they put it in my community." And then he got shot by Kid Cudi or one members of the band.
Kid Cudi definitely would be the one. And he would hum.
Bro.
So a couple of things before we move on from this. One, the day before the verdict, there was one of the jurors that was apparently not following protocol. That they're basically going to be a mistrial because it has to be unanimous, all 12 jurors, and one person was like not budging on their stance. So maybe that had something to do with the verdict that we got. And the second thing, and you said this reminded you of New Jack City, last. This reminded me of the Boondocks with the R. Kelly episode. The R. Kelly.
On the boondocks, especially
Facts.
with the
Yeah.
people spraying themselves with baby oil outside.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly.
What world do we live in right now? Like, that was
You-
satire. This was we living through satire.
This is off topic, kind of, but like, did
The
y'all
boondocks
remember? Did y'all
predicted the
ever?
future. Like,
Y'all think the Simpsons be doing it? The Boondocks, man. Did y'all ever see a show back in the day called Reboot?
Maybe?
Damn. All
Sorry.
right, so I'm not gonna get into it, but it was like they live in this city, and then it was like a game thing, like this little thing came like down, and you had to go into it. It was like a portal, and then there would be some sort of game, and you had to beat the game, or else you would get taken to like another dimension, or you would die or something. We got taken into another dimension at some point without our knowledge, and now we're here, and this is what we're living through. We're living through Elon Musk and Donald Trump beefs. I'm
Living
like,
through
just
idiocracy in reality.
you know how Donald Trump and Vince McMahon had that battle of the billionaires, and they had Umaga and Bobby Lashley like represent them.
Yeah.
They should do Musk and Trump. They should have like New Jersey twerk. They should have they had Calico or something. They should just have battle rappers just
represent them.
yeah, absolutely. I would pay pay-per-view money for that. All right, so on to the next. The Knicks have found their man. They have found a new head coach. It will be Mike Brown. I think this is a great hire, especially when there was like nothing towards like Mike Malone. There were these rumors about Jason Kidd and even Udoka. And the team said, "Nah, you can't talk to him." It was a great pivot move because it seemed like they fired Thibodeau without like a concrete plan. But I like Mike Brown. I like everything he brings to the table. He's very energetic. He holds everybody accountable, whether good or bad. So I think it's a great hire. Schematic wise, I don't know how exactly that's gonna work. That's what we got you for, Les. So you let me know.
I love it. And the more I think about it, like when I first heard it, I was like, Mike Brown? Like out of all people, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, nah, that's Mike Brown. Like, you feel me? Like he when he was with the Kings,
Yep.
turned the Kings around. So
Yes.
we already at that point. So this is good. I'm excited to see what he could do for us going forward.
And I would like to mention before I let you go, B, that he's four-time NBA champion with the Spurs and the Golden State Warriors, and a two-time
Coach of the year.
So those are not things to scoff at. So
And
I
Cat
guess
is like a great passer
right.
from the center position, so he could play that Sabonis role.
Yeah.
Like when it was Sabonis and Fox, we got that with Towns and Brunson, but on a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Do you think it's a better? He'd be better than Coach Thibodeau. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
give it a season. I gotta
Go
give
ahead,
it a
D.
season.
That's what I'm waiting.
I don't want to judge the man before he put in any work.
That's true. Because the season hasn't even started. Like we don't know what it's gonna look like for the Knicks until we see what it's gonna look like for the Knicks. So I'm excited for the next season to actually get into it, and like maybe I'll be actually watching every game to make sure. It's hard watching every hockey game and every Knicks game. Like,
Oh yeah, we got responsibilities, man. We got bills.
yo,
We got these gimmicks.
plus wrestling. Right now it's a
Yeah.
light season. It's just baseball and wrestling.
Yeah, this is the lightest season. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And wrestling doesn't stop either, so
No.
it might need an off season. I'm tired, man. Malik Beasley, ladies and gentlemen, is being investigated for a gambling scandal. There's a bunch of videos on social media of him playing a certain way so they cover the spread. How much do you think that man is guilty? I guess is my question. I'll start with you, B. If
Let me let you know. When I used to work for the NBA, there was not one of us could do any gambling. Like it was
right.
in our contracts, so it doesn't matter what he did. He's guilty. Like, if he was gambling in any type of way, he's guilty. Like
Especially
I
as a
was a
player.
production manager on only one show for them, and I could not gamble that whole time. And if they
Damn.
found out, I would never be able to work with them again.
You need the rat hole.
So like whatever it is, he's guilty.
Yeah, I
Uh,
believed it before I even saw all the social media stuff. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because he went out with Lots of Pippin. So like once I seen the report, I was like, that nigga did it.
Wait, on the Larsa Pippen thing, were you like, was it a it should have been me situation?
Say that again.
With the Larsa Pippen situation, was it a it should have been me situation?
Oh no. I'm good on Laza.
Okay, so yeah, it's not looking good for him, and there's been many players, much lesser known players, that have gotten caught for these things that they've been banned.
They
Um,
really be looking for it too. I'm not
yeah,
even joking. Like
yeah,
they're
Yeah,
looking for it.
he about to be playing in Shanghai.
there you go, there you go.
Better learn
He,
Chinese.
who's DeMarcus Cousins? What country is he playing for?
Oh, he in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Okay, he got like suspended for the year, right? Because he,
Yeah,
yeah,
crashing out.
right, right. He might that's where Malik Beasley might be playing now, but
I think he
best
I
luck
think
to
he
him.
deserved everything that happened afterwards. Cause like, I'm sorry. Cause like, bro, it's one thing to like talk back to a fan and all that, but he violated.
Yeah,
And as a country, he coming over from America. He thinking he all the tough shit and all
right.
that. They like, nah, we don't play that. Like, as many wrestling stories as I heard of how the crowds be in Puerto Rico, I can imagine how a basketball game be.
Oh yeah. Well, you heard those stories with um, Bruiser Brody, Carlos Colon, and all that, and
Yeah.
like fans would stab the heel
Yes.
As you
because
walk
they
into the
took that
ring.
seriously.
Yeah.
Right, right,
They feel that strongly about it.
right. They're Boricua's a passionate bunch, very passionate bunch. Uh, so this was shocking news. Damian Lillard, who's recovering from a torn ACL, right? Not, oh no, it's the Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles.
So he got waived by the Milwaukee Bucks. So he will be playing on the veteran minimum, but still receiving his $25 million a year from Milwaukee. There's rumors out there that Giannis is not happy with that decision, and we also have Kevin Durant that was traded from the Suns to the Rockets. So, what are your opinions on that?
um, well, with the Rockets, I think that's a good trade, but a bad trade at the same time because now it's like, who else can you get on your roster with all that money? You know,
Hmm.
with Dame, it's sad to see him get waived like that, but he getting what 22 million over the next 5 years. No, 113 over the next 5 years. It's gonna be 22 million a year, and
Right,
he ain't even gotta do nothing. So he
And
could
he's
just
hurt
go
right now.
chill, make
right,
another album.
true.
Like
The man's hurt, and I feel bad because like there's so many hurt like guys in the lead right now. Like going into next season, a lot of these guys most likely won't even be ready to be in the beginning.
Yeah,
Um, and may not even be ready for the whole year until next like the
yeah,
following season. So that's my biggest thing. Like I feel bad. I don't know if it's the work ethic. I don't know what is happening that so many guys are tearing their ACL or having these type of injuries, but it's unfortunate, you know. As far as the trade, I was just like, damn, he has another jersey, collecting the
American
rainbow out
Express
here.
better be switching them jerseys out.
Oh yeah. To your point, B. So Jason Tatum's out for the rest of next year.
Hmm.
Tyrese Halliburton is out for the entirety of next year. And on the subject of Tyrese Halliburton, um, I wish him the
That didn't ruin
best.
my day.
It did not ruin my day. Did not ruin my day. I wish him the best. I wish him a speedy recovery. But the moment it happened, I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. I'm just saying, man. There's a price to pay for arrogance sometimes, man.
Do
Yeah.
y'all think the number 0 is cursed? Because
Facts.
everybody that had number 0 tore their
Jason
ACL,
Tatum, yeah.
or tore their Achilles, and
Tore
they
their
like
Achilles, yeah.
specifically the Achilles.
Right.
Crazy.
It might be, man. Jason Tatum deserved that though. Damian
Nah,
Lillard
Tatum
deserved that,
didn't
No.
deserve it.
you know. And hey,
I don't
Tyrese
think anyone
Halliburton didn't deserve it
deserved it.
either. Right?
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
deserved it.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like it's unfortunate because then it's a different season next year.
Right, and they're gonna be, and there's like teams are adjusting.
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis was traded. Boston traded Porzingis. There's rumors that Jaylen Brown and his massive contract, $60 million a year, could be traded. So we'll have to see what happens there if they're going to be more sellers next year, with the Celtics specifically. But it's unfortunate all around. But we'll see how that works out. We'll see how KD adjusts to the Rockets. It feels like this is what his sixth team.
Okay.
He has like all the
Uh,
colors.
Yeah.
They show the whole
He's
rainbow of him in
OKC,
different
Hey,
colors.
then Golden
he's,
State, then the Nets.
5.
Yeah, Suns.
Yes.
Now, yeah, the Rockets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for a Hall of Famer that feels, at least where we grew up watching sports, it feels like a lot of teams.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
well, like
not a lot of journeymen in the Hall
Right.
of Fame.
Exactly. So, he is a journeyman Hall of Famer. That's kind of crazy.
Once you hit 5 teams, you a journeyman.
Shit. sometimes even 4.
Hey man, Ish Smith has played for most every team in the NBA. He's played for
Damn.
28 teams out of the 30. So
I don't have a number for you, but Edwin Jackson is that for baseball. I feel like he's pitched for like 25 out of the 30 teams.
sheesh.
I know. So there's oh my God, but there's a immaculate grid is what it's called. So basically, it's like a 3x3 grid.
Oh yeah,
They
I
would-
seen that with basketball.
Right, there you go. And then I put play for this team. I put Edwin Jackson all the time because I know I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get something with that guy. So anyway, my best wishes to all of those, including Tyrese Halliburton.
With a
Yeah.
little salt on that one.
Oh, I mean, salt is, man. I'm trying to cut that out of my meals, but
You need
salt
lemon
be
juice.
too good. All right, y'all. So I wanted to quickly say rest in peace to Mr. Dave Parker, the Cobra, All-Star with the Pittsburgh Pirates and World Series champion with them. World Series champion with the Oakland Athletics. Famously played in that Bay Area series with Oakland and San Francisco, where the earthquake happened in '89. So what is unfortunate about it is that he should have been a Hall of Famer when he retired in the '90s. And, a couple decades later, he gets voted in by the Veterans Committee, and then he passes away months before he was going to be enshrined in Cooperstown. that's the unfortunate part about it. Um, but man, there's not many that would have been more deserving of that honor. And one day when I go to Cooperstown, I'll look for Dave Parker's plaque specifically. So yeah, he could do it all, man. He could run, he could hit for power. So
And not a lot of players can do it all.
exactly. Thank you, B. So yeah, rest in peace to him, and I look forward to seeing his family speak for him at the Hall of Fame. On to the Subway Series. Before we get to that, it's a different kind of tale going into it.
It sure is. Sure is.
So the when they first faced off, they were hot. They were
Yeah.
two of the best teams in baseball. As we all remember, the Yankees took 2 out of 3 in that series, and as of June 13th, the Mets and Yankees were two of the hottest teams in baseball. Specifically, the Mets were 45-24, and the Yankees were 42-25. Since then, the Mets are 4-14, and the Yankees are 7-13.
Sure. And
That's
I've
rough.
been to two of those games since then, and still they lost both of those games at home.
You're the Baltimore game, in which
No,
which
I was at the Angels game. And then I was at I was at the Orioles game.
yeah.
Sorry. You're right. Um yes.
So yeah, it's so they're sputtering.
Yeah.
They're skidding. The Mets have one more game with Milwaukee today. Um, who are y'all playing? Toronto. Y'all playing Toronto. Yeah,
Toronto, they
playing
lost
Toronto.
yesterday. Bad.
Yeah,
Almost
I thought they
badly.
won yesterday. They
No, it was
lost
it's 9
Friday.
to 11.
Oh,
They
they did.
Yeah, they lost. And
Oh,
first of all, it was 0 to 11 at one point. So
Ooh.
wait a minute.
So you just started throwing like slow balls,
bro.
give him a chance balls.
Yeah, it was 9 to 11.
Give him a chance. Both is
9
crazy.
to 11 Ravens.
Oh yeah, they did lose. So I
It
thought
was
they won yesterday because I think Aaron Judge had a game time home run,
I'm sure he did, but we still
and
lost.
it. All right, so then that's a little. So the Yankees are 6-14 then, since June
No,
13th. So that's my fault.
no, you're fine. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought they won yesterday. So yeah, so they got one more game with Toronto. Mets got one more game with Milwaukee. And let me just on the Mets. It has been. I'm not pressing the panic button, but they got swept by Atlanta, lost 2 out of 3 to Philadelphia, then lost the first 2 in a 4-game series to Atlanta before they took the last 2. We're like, oh, we took the last 2. Okay, we're good now. Then they lose to one of the worst teams in baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They got swept and they got outscored like 31-4 in that series. Horrible.
It's been bad for New York.
Yeah, New York teams
June was
is
not a
rough.
good month for us at all.
The Mets famously are terrible in June. Besides last year, where the terrible month was May, and then June was like the month that they
Pop.
just went crazy. So one of these New York teams is going to use the other to get back on track. And
We're gonna be at City Field.
Citi Field, baby.
I'll
Um,
say, I hope it's the Mets, so Michael Cole could shut up about it on announcements.
yo,
Holy cow. But yeah, we'll monitor that as it goes. We should have done a bet or something, but I don't feel confident in a bet if we did one. But it's been that bad.
yeah.
But that's what's going on with that, and we're gonna get into a little bit of wrestling when we come back. Hi, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into some wrestling, man. Night of Champions
Wrestling,
last Saturday. I think Triple H outdid himself.
bro.
Not 5 matches, but 6.
Whew.
So many to deal with.
Yeah, we gotta cut. We gotta cut like at least 3 of those matches. That's crazy.
So many
6.
champions on a Night of Champions show.
My
Yo,
hey! You remember the match where Io Sky defended her title? Oh my god, that was a classic.
such a
remember.
classic. So many wrestlers got there nice and safely. Like,
I was like,
they
damn.
got home.
and they got home.
Yo. Well, Night of Champions. This was just whatever to me. I don't have too much to say. I thought the opener was pretty good. Orton and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is your.
Look at his
King
face.
of the
He's
Ring.
like, no.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go
All I
ahead,
looked
go
at
Nah,
Leslie.
because I got a problem with the Orton and Cody match, right? They was too safe.
In what way?
I'm sorry. Like, I know they friends and all, and y'all don't want to you don't want to hurt each other in the ring or whatever. But it felt too slow, cause they was like they didn't want to.
But they're two slow wrestlers. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
That match felt too slow, too slow, and then it's like, and it's like a lot of people who are like friends outside the ring. When they get in the ring, their matches become a little bit slower, like the Usos, like that match for instance, like when they fought each other. Oh
Right.
my God, I couldn't sit through that match, but it was supposed to be like this culmination, but
Right.
Yeah.
So the main event was also very slow. I always attributed like they're older and the wear and tear and all that. I thought the Rhea Ripley match with Raquel was very good.
Yeah.
That's
probably one of the best matches of the night. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Jade should continue to wear that fit.
Jade?
Yeah,
I think that
with the bodysuit with the contacts.
Yeah.
That joint was fire. I think she should just wrestle in bodysuits.
Because she has a lot of like outfit mishaps, unfortunately, and it
exactly
kind of like
why.
takes away from like what's happening, you know.
For sure. And that match with Asuka was just okay. Again, I thought she had a great match with Naomi at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that thinks that.
Yeah.
But this is just okay, and you would expect. I'm not putting it on Asuka, but someone Asuka's caliber that could bring a great match out of anybody. That was pretty surprising. The Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. All right, so
I wish it was better. I really wish it was better.
I'm trying. I've lived in this world for 30 plus years. One of the hardest things that I've ever had to do was try to give a fuck about Karrion Kross. I'm sorry,
Damn.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, he does the Bray Wyatt gimmick. He turns people heel, or the other way around. I don't get it. And Sami Zayn, not a leading man. He's always part of somebody else's story.
I'm tired of Sami Zayn being the underdog.
Yeah.
How long can you be the underdog for, bro? If you're not like Rey Mysterio and you just smaller than everybody, you average size man, you bigger than most people. So it's like, how can you still be an underdog?
Yeah, I'm ready for Sammy to try to be heel. I think that'll be cool, you know? It's also funny, like, I don't know if you guys watched the Kevin Owens and Cody.
Oh, yes.
That interview. Yo, me hearing Sammy being like, let's change this right now at Gorilla is the funniest thing to me.
And I could picture it.
Yeah, that's
Solo Sikoa wins the United States Championship. Hikuleo debuts.
No, it's
what's
Tala
his name?
Tonga.
Tonga now?
Yeah, Tala Tonga.
All right, so is this Bloodline thing? This is your social media clip. Is this Bloodline thing like your NWO or Bullet Club thing after like the fifth iteration of the thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely hitting NWO.
You know,
absolutely.
it's just like, oh, okay, there's more,
The
and
only
then the
reason
next
I
ones
don't
aren't as exciting.
The only reason I don't think it's like full blown NWO is because it makes sense because of their family. Like with
Yeah,
NWO, they was just adding random
at people,
people.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like Virgil was in the NWO.
But
Like,
you got what is his name here? JC
Mateo,
Mateo. Yeah. You have JC Mateo that he's not family.
he's
yeah,
not Bloodline yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. I thought of him as Jeff Cobb.
right. So it's yeah, it's I don't know, as you kids say, it's not giving. Um, so Jade Cargill's gonna challenge Tiffany Stratton at some point, but I guess we'll do that in the next episode. Trish Stratus is gonna challenge Tiffany Stratton for the women's title. Oh,
Yeah, that hasn't
those are
come up yet.
SmackDown
But
spoilers.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's SmackDown spoiler. God damn, bro.
I mean,
Spoiler alert.
uh, oh, Drew McIntyre returned. Oh, okay.
Yo,
I'm just an asshole, bro. I'm an asshole.
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
We'll cut that. Maybe we won't cut that. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I'm too lazy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all.
Man. So the main event, John Cena versus CM Punk for the final time. This is a slow match. That match was 26 minutes. Man, it was cool. It was whatever. A lot of shenanigans at the end, which I guess was the best part of the match. Some things didn't really make sense, but a lot of this was like babyface Cena, where he's just like killing everybody, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing that. What do y'all think about this match?
I feel like out of a lot of the matches other than like pay-per-view, not pay-per-views, other than like Mania and stuff, this one actually felt like a main event.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know,
Like a money match?
yeah.
This felt
And
like
then
one
like
of
the
his best
shenanigans
matches.
played into it because I feel like later on down the line they just like planting seeds for CM Punk to take the world title from Seth Rollins. That's
Right.
I feel like that's gonna be Mania next year.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like this was one of Cena's best matches since he's been back,
Yeah,
to be honest.
And he
It
had
was
one.
entertaining. Sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
I was like, it was
Okay.
entertaining. The shenanigans was the shenanigans. Like, it's not a Triple H main event without shenanigans, to be
facts.
honest.
Or Dusty Rhodes booking without a Dusty finish.
Bro.
So you said, B, that this is one of Cena's best matches in this run. He also had one of the best promos in this run a couple weeks before with his pipe bomb. Internet was going crazy. Even outside the internet, people were going crazy over it. I really liked it. I really like this this reenactment, if you will. What do y'all think about it?
I like the names he shouted out.
Hey. Yo, Matt
Bring
Cardona.
all of them back.
Facts.
Let me tell you how Matt Cardona is one of the people I wish I was, because he knows how to make a profit out of anything. They were shirts that said "Hi Matt Cardona" the next day.
Yup.
Yo,
And then he did the same thing. He was on
yeah, he's like, "Hi
turnbuckle.
Cena."
Yeah, hi
Yeah,
John Cena.
brilliant mind. Like, I swear, underrated. His whole, I think he's not underrated now, obviously, but like they underrated him while he was in WWE, and like he was he was ahead of the game before anything. Not this being me praising Matt Cardona too much, but like,
No. He plays
but
well.
like, I was here for Zack Ryder.
How did
Chelsea
that song
Green
go
getting
again?
all his glory right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I thought the same thing. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was just one of the smarter sort of promos, not just this whole like I hate the crowd without. I mean, the reason is concrete, but it was like again, it's like 15 years too late. Like at the height of their booing you, that's when you should have turned. Yeah, it was great, and we'll see what happens next with Cena. I have no idea who he's gonna face next, and how I think it's like 15 dates left or something like that. So,
Yeah, including SummerSlam, which we have to go to.
Yeah,
oh, MetLife,
you
yes,
gotta you
MetLife.
gotta
Gotta
plan
buy
that out.
tickets.
We'll talk about her a little later, but the host, we'll talk about the SummerSlam host a little later. So, Monday Night Raw, Judgment Day, JD, McDonough, and Finn Balor win the tag team champions. Your boy Finn Balor executes a pin on Xavier Woods. They win the title. Crowd goes crazy. I can't wait for them to not defend those titles for like 58 days.
Yeah,
But what y'all think?
I honestly forgot who was the Raw tag team because I had to watch World later since I was at an event, and I saw it on Instagram. And I was like, "Who the fuck had the belts before them?" And that's how bad they have been booking the tag team division.
I'll say this, man. I'll keep saying it. Like the turn that the New Day did was brilliant, and then they did nothing, and that's very unfortunate, man.
Yeah,
I thought it was just brilliant, and then they just, that's all it is. It just. So I don't know. You have any thoughts, Les?
I think they need to get on with this Judgment Day storyline. I know Liv got injured or whatever. I mean that plays it helps them extend it more, and play into it or whatever. But like, cause it's so confusing with Finn Balor and JD. Are they supposed to be heels? Are they supposed to be faces? Cause it's like it was a great match, but then they just pinned them clean. Like,
Right.
and then like the crowd erupts. Like they might as well just turn all of them face. Like,
Right. And with that whole thing, you have Roxanne in the fold, and it makes sense to freebird that thing and make her the tag team champion. That's more fuel for when
I
Liv
thought she
comes
was gonna
back.
help them win the tag titles.
Oh yeah,
Like
they
help
didn't have,
JD and help JD and Finn win the title.
right. Get
screw
some
them
heat
over
on
or
it or
something.
something. Yeah, and yeah, so it just it is definitely a little confusing. Um, and Raquel, by the way, I didn't say this before, but she's like, I'm like getting it with her now. Like
yeah,
that feud with Rhea, that little mini feud was I thought was great. I thought she spoke great, and I thought she showcased great. And then they're having that little tag team thing at Evolution. Um, so yeah, Roxanne is like officially part of the Judgment Day. When Liv got hurt, that's the equivalent of an MVP in the midst of another MVP season getting hurt and then
yeah.
not winning the MVP because they got hurt.
Yeah.
And with wrestling, I think we could just kind of cut it here with Io Sky challenging Rhea Ripley to a title match.
I'm tired of this.
And
I'm not-
where is it? Is that
Yeah.
Evolution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they just found out that they're doing. This is all last minute for Evolution for all women's pay per view. This is the one thing that has really pissed me off. Like we had
Get 'em.
talked about it, we had heard about that this was going to be a thing, and we're like a week out at this point. Like,
Yep.
and now you guys are setting up like what's happening and stuff. Like,
They got too many
and then they have
events.
too many shows next week because they're
Yep.
trying
They
to go
got too
against
many
AEW.
shows. They can't promote them all at the same time.
And then
Like
they got Saturday night's main event the following day.
And the Great American Bash for NXT.
Bash. Yeah,
Mm.
they're diluting it so that they can get more viewers for before AEW. But Evolution is going to be in the same town as a Beyonce concert, so good luck. Like,
On the same night?
yeah,
Oh, nah. We gonna have some die-hard wrestling fans.
bro.
You're not gonna have a crowd full of women if Beyonce is in town.
Right.
This is, and that's why some of the talent have been reportedly upset.
Ticket price is
And-
probably the same.
Bro,
Right.
I So like I'm very disappointed at them and how they're using this as like leverage to hurt AEW, but I think it really helps AEW because my ass is not watching all of these WWE shows. I'm going straight to All In. I'm not even lying.
I'll tell you this, whereas I can already know that who's winning this Rhea EO match, and what a terrible title reign that they had for EO. What was even the point of doing this whole story where she was disrespected and then she earns the respect only for her to be disrespected by not booking her at all?
Yeah.
And just going back to what I was saying around that time, did we really waste a Bianca Belair WrestleMania loss to just do nothing with it? Like she still could have been undefeated. She could have had a Undertaker type thing where she didn't need the title. It just would have been a marquee match. Like I don't know. I'm not the one printing their money, but that just seemed pretty obvious to me.
Just so
So
Rhea could get her
I'm
win back.
more interested in Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné to keep it a buck. Yeah, like that is like a lot more interesting, a lot more intriguing than what we're getting on the other
What?
side. And it's like, why did Io Sky even have to challenge Rhea Ripley when Rhea Ripley can just insert himself into matches? I
This is
don't
what we already complained about.
This is
I
how
don't
they do it
understand.
without us complaining.
Like, so it's just like it's ridiculous. I'm I'm not gonna lie, I'm not watching any of those programmings. Even Bill Goldberg can't get me to freaking watch anything over there. I feel bad because I want Gunther to have the best reign ever, but here we are.
You know what? I was upset at Jey Uso losing, but if it was to set up something with Goldberg, yes, keep Jey Uso away from Goldberg, man. We don't need that, man.
Yeah.
We don't
They
need
could have had the
to lower
match without
yourself.
the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Goldberg could have just screwed him, and Jey Uso could have went over in that match, and then they could have set it up just like that. Oh, you said
The
this to me, and then he could have said the
right.
exact same promo. Oh, you said this to me in Atlanta. Now I'm gonna prove, whatever he said. Like
Yeah.
Do y'all believe the rumor that Goldberg is winning and then Seth is cashing in?
yes.
That is yo. I didn't even know that was a rumor.
I thought that immediately when Seth came out after.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even think I who
Cause Goldberg is gonna be his last match. As all wrestlers, your last match you're supposed to go out on your back. You're supposed to
Correct.
lose, but not
yeah.
Look at
Goldberg. He
lights.
gotta win, so he's
Uh,
gonna
he,
win the
but
title,
he's
and
not
then
Sting.
him going out on his back is Seth Rollins cashing in on him. That's not going out on your back, bro.
He's not Sting. I don't care.
The only reason that I may disagree with y'all is because, like, I think the last, like, 7 Goldberg matches, he's just getting beat clean as a whistle. Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. Um, I don't care for Goldberg. So if he loses, it would not mess up my day.
But that's why he would want to win. Oh, I gave you all these matches. Let me get my last one as a win. Like,
Yeah, it's, you know. Uh, yeah. But anyway, it'll be 3 minutes that I will not be a part of.
nah, they gonna stretch it to 6.
10. Oh,
Oh, a lot of
even worse.
taunting and laying around and
Yeah,
a lot of
and
sleeping.
entrances count too.
Oh, that's gonna be at Saturday night's main event. We'll preview that and Evolution next week. Welcome back, everybody. Leslie, Bianca, y'all already know what it's time for. It's time for our wrestling roulette. Y'all already know how this goes. All of us recommend a match every week. Leslie, it's your turn this week. What do you got?
So do y'all want a good match or a bad match?
It doesn't matter.
You know what? Since I had to watch the Punjabi prison matches last time, I'm gonna say a good match this week.
Oh damn. I had the perfect bad match.
Okay, you can't give us a choice and then be like, ah, damn.
Alright, good match. The anniversary just passed. The King of the Ring, Kurt Angle versus Shane O'Mac.
I like that. Take that. Take.
I'm here for it. I'll take that.
I can
My
say
other
take that.
match was gonna be. I'm gonna tell y'all what the other match was gonna be. Alright, it was gonna be Hogan versus Shawn Michaels.
No. The answer is no. I'm not rewatching that. I'll take the other one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have fun with that. That would have been.
Like,
All right, we're gonna watch that, and we will be back next week with our review of that. Up next, our hot tag segment. I did first this time.
God damn it!
I'm like 1 for 22, 1 for 17. You know. So this is where we give our hot take of what we spoke about today, and just don't give an explanation. You know, we just gotta sit there and we just gotta take it, man. So, pause. So, for me, I will say that All in Globe Life Stadium is gonna be a lot better than Evolution and Saturday night's main event.
I'm gonna say that Goldberg is gonna lose.
I think NXT Great American Bash is gonna be the best event of the weekend.
I like that.
I have so much to say.
But you can't, because that's the rule, even though I always break it. All right, so let's get into some music here. First of all, what are y'all listening to lately? What's on your playlist?
Outside. I'll be outside.
Cardi.
You see that red hitting in my hair? I'm outside. I'm booked and busy this year. I don't care. Besides Jessie Riaz, because I went to her concert yesterday.
Oh, nice.
How was that?
Yeah.
Amazing. I loved it.
Mine is Bodies. But we're Offset and JID.
Bodies.
Oh,
that was fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
And JID can't miss.
Contender.
Like he can't miss. And then a honorable mention is Money Puddles by Stove God Cooks. Just cause of Hook, he goes, umbrellas out is raining cats and dogs and bricks.
I've been listening to that Little Sims album that came out. Shout out to Lil Sims. Same thing, Bodies. JID did put out the 32 freestyle yesterday, and the I forgot the name of it, but it was like a Lucy basically. It's not gonna be on the album. He put out last night.
The bow joint.
Yeah. It's the basically it's like JID City right now. Album rollout happening and all that. So it's been just a lot of JID. And The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, gotta throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been listening to, as well as So Be It by the Clipse.
Nice.
And that's where we will transition, man. The Clipse.
Wait, beforehand. We'll have our Spotify playlist down on the comments.
Yes, we will.
Please go listen to our picks.
Absolutely. Right, so the Clipse, they're putting out an album this year, July 11th, right?
Yep.
So Let God Sort 'Em Out is their first album since 2009. Till the Casket drops, which is a great album. Hell Have No Fear is a classic. I think Lord Willing is an incredible album, if not a classic. I love the Clipse. This is long overdue, and I just wasn't even listening to anything initially because I'm like, no, they're not going. They keep teasing, they're not going, but it's happening. They're gonna put an album out. Very excited for it. And this kind of goes into discussion about kind of real hip hop. I've always been like, okay, I'm not gonna get at the youngins and nothing, But everything, especially that interview Pusha T did, like I just gotta say it, man. If you a singing ass nigga, like you're a rapper, but you sing most of the can't, man. And that's not just Travis, but that's just everybody. I just and I can't. I'm an old head at this point. Like personally, like I can't, man. You gotta rap. You have to
Exactly.
rap. So
I've learned
it's
to separate rappers from artists.
right.
That's how I've learned to do it, you know, cuz like I like Travis Scott music, but I know it comes from a collective, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I won't talk about Travis's, Calabasas take chicken
shout
up.
out Saha the Prince.
Yeah. But yeah, we're very excited about that. Cardi B, after was it 2017, her first album came out. 7 years, right?
It's been a while.
2018,
It's been a
7 years. Drops the sophomore album. You talk about long overdue.
while.
They should not have taken this long. I'm not saying that she should have dropped the next album the following year, but it shouldn't have taken 7 years, which kind of wanes my interest from it. As opposed to the Clipse, it was like, okay, they already had a discography. They had mixtapes. They had 3 albums, a classic one. Cardi B has a successful debut and then just singles scattered around um, throughout the year.
And features.
Right, and
that's it.
features.
Yeah.
So I will be listening to it, but I'm not expecting too much from it.
I will
That's
give like her grace because she did have like 3 kids in the middle of that and stuff. So that's what I will give her grace for.
I have to. I don't have the facts for you, but the only thing
Yeah.
I would counter is like, did Remy Ma have kids and then just drop albums in that interim? Did Foxy
I
Brown have kids?
will have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm also not, clamoring that people should work postpartum or things like that. I don't want to make that clear. Take your break or whatever.
Only Rihanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna's been a while too. It's been like 9 years.
And only music like movie songs.
Right. Yeah, she's Smurfs, right? So,
Yeah, the Smurfs.
uh, but again, Rihanna has a successful and she got classic songs and classic albums. Like,
Yeah.
that's the difference for me. Um, like
So
Cardi's
can we
super
compare it
famous,
to
but
like Frank?
Frank Ocean. Well, he
Yeah.
got like at least 2 classics.
Yeah.
Channel Orange anniversary is coming up in a while.
It sure is.
Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna listen to that album today just cause.
yeah. Well, Leslie, you don't like Cardi B.
Yeah.
If we make you listen to this album, are you gonna do it impartially?
Um.
Mm,
Um.
it's a lot of ums.
I'll sparkle note it.
No, that's crazy.
Go to Genius. Just read the lyrics. Call
Uh,
it.
yeah, I'll read the lyrics to all the songs and let 30 seconds of it play.
That's the real Spark Notes version.
We'll have an episode one day, maybe when this album comes out, of like where your issue with Cardi B lies, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, the Cardi B dropping, Clipse dropping. I'm happy, man. Raekwon just finished the album, man. Real hip hop, man.
Yeah.
We're getting
Wu
back
on
to
tour right now.
Yeah, they are. We'll run the
Yeah.
jewels.
Run the jewels, man.
They're a little overdue for me on the album too, man. They dropped the pandemic. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyway, that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
All the good things.
All the
Our
good things.
music, Leslie's music is down on the link. Our playlist
sir.
is down on the link.
Yes, sir. And
Everything.
we'll be back with y'all next week for a review of Evolution and Saturday night's main event. We'll also talk about All In and until then, man, we'll do
Are
that
we?
next time. Well, I'll make it
Preview.
happen.
We could give it some time.
I'm gonna make it happen. Goddamn it. Yeah,
Yes.
preview. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll get to that. So, all right, then. For Leslie and for Bianca, my name is Vic. See y'all next time.
Peace.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.